So this is my really feeble attempt at video blogging using like a movie camera, instead of some great computer thing. So when you see me looking down at my computer screen, I'm not looking at myself, I'm just looking at my computer screen. Yeah, and right now I'm uploading to YouTube a movie of going across the Golden Gate Bridge today, which was cool, which is always fun to do. It's the end of November, and it's just absolutely drop dead gorgeous here. And I'm from the Midwest, where it can be kind of cold and gloomy at this time of year, and we just keep having beautiful, beautiful weather. And the drive across the Golden Gate Bridge is amazing. To come over from the city of San Francisco, which is a pretty fascinating place. I worked at the Symphony today, which is a pretty fascinating place in the fascinating city, and I'm just grateful for that, But yeah, to drive back to Marin County over that Golden Gate Bridge, it's beautiful every time. And yeah, so anyhow, just worked 5 hours today and got paid as much as someone might for 8 hours worth of work, and it wasn't hard work, it was fun. Right now I just have to pinch myself. I've been through, I've had some hardship in my life and some not fun jobs and some just plain damned hellish jobs, and this job that I've got going now is just a lot of fun, and I rarely find anything to complain about related to my work, and so I just kind of have to pinch myself, because the rest of my life is good too, and to have that piece fall into place kind of blows me away. So anyhow, this is a pretty weak first video blog, but I don't have any ranting and raving to do, and that's probably good news for everybody. Things have changed on that front. That's something I'll video blog about. I was going crazy about the Iraq War, and just really, like I'm against it. And just a thing about that that's interesting is I'm not against war, and I'm not necessarily a pacifist. I'm not anti-American, Anyhow, I'm getting off the subject that I want to explain. I had a lot of heated energy connected to my opinion about the Iraq War. I kind of felt like it was really easy to foresee that this would go bad. When Colin Powell sat in front of the United Nations and presented that incredibly weak, sketchy evidence, those silly-looking trailers, and we have evidence that there are mobile biological weapons labs. All I could compare it to was JFK going on television with satellite maps that showed missiles in Cuba, and showed construction of missile sites in Cuba, what is it, 93 miles off the coast, or a few hundred, anyhow, within missile range, off the continental United States. So, I'm comparing those two things, and that was ridiculous. And then the other thing, power loves a vacuum. I don't know who said that, Einstein or somebody, but it's something we all commonly accept to be, pretty infallible law. And so if we're going to create a vacuum in the Middle East, well, what kind of power gets exerted there? Democracy? Never has. You got Israel, and that's about it. Other than that, it's these theocracies and these kind of totalitarian regimes. And so what power is in the Middle East? I've just never seen a group of people that enjoy blowing each other up more than Arabs, Muslims. I don't know if that's fair or unfair to make that characterization, but you certainly have Muslims not blowing up Americans. You have Muslims blowing up other Muslims because they're not the right kind of Muslim. It's pretty mind-blowing. But anyhow, it seemed pretty obvious that this is the way this deal was going to go. No weapons of mass destruction, no links to Al-Qaeda, no direct threat to the United States, and a horrible, horrible mess in a really ugly, scary part of the world if we take Saddam Hussein out of power. So this is a long and roundabout way to say that, so I had this opinion of being against the Iraq War, but I just noticed in my blogging that, man, I was just really angry about it. And, you know, I'm going to leave it at that for now. That's kind of like part one, why I was mad about Iraq in the first place, and that my expressions of that anger were vociferous.